Oh my god, guys, it's back! I'm back and I've got another review. Now, you see, for this though, I thought I'd do something different, something new, something fresh. And then I remember this is a Nerf channel, so with that in mind, here's a Nerf gun. This is the crossfire bow, and this is how it would come in the package. These bow arms, detached. You just go and slide those on, and here you go. It's actually quite a nice looking gun. It's quite wide, not particularly long. Bear in mind, bear with me. Here's the Lumitron I reviewed first. It's about the same length. Lumitron, of course, a lot wider, being a vortex weapon. In the body, but these arms just make it. The arms are nearly as wide as the Lumitron itself. It's not a very easy to store blaster. It's got front loading with these 4 chambers, inside which are intelligent air restrictors, much like you see in a triad, so that if there is, like, say, that one missing, it'll fire this one. If this one's missing, it'll then fire that one, and then that one. And it's quite a good idea because you don't have to pay much attention to where you're loading it as you're going along. Go dun dun dun. I bought this blaster mostly for the looks. I'm not going to be, too proud to say that. I love the looks of it because the crossbow's pretty cool. The green, it's alright. I like the green. Z-Strike logo, well, Zombie Strike logo. I think they're actually doing a Z-Strike, which is, or is it, no, Z-Squad, which is an interesting idea. It's got a funny little texture on the handle, which I don't know if you can see, but it's got like little concentric circles, which look like fish scales. One thing that people were saying is that, oh, this is just a recolouring of an N-Strike blaster that was going to be released. But looking at it, there's nothing that also says N-Strike Elite except from the handle. The handle's the only thing. The shell doesn't have any of the digital camo that you'd be expecting. But maybe that's just, they removed it. I would have liked to have seen this, I think, in the N-Strike blue, because I do like that colour scheme a lot more than the green. But this can do. Shoulder stock attachment point, I think it'd be really quite good with a stockade stock. Just having that extra ammunition store in the back would be very useful. Be good for shouldering it as well. Firing, you pull back this orange bit here, which is the priming. And to fire, you pull the trigger. That is only a problem that I've been noticing. When I've been looking at other reviews, other people don't seem to have this issue. I think I might just have a lemon. Which is a bit irritating, because otherwise it'd be a much nicer blaster. Sometimes it doesn't do that, sometimes it does this one, sometimes it does that one. Maybe it's just a problem with this particular gun. Well, I have actually looked at the internals. Basically this is attached to the catch, which is over here somewhere, and the plunger tube is just a big bit here, and then the air restrictor is a chunk at the front. It's really very simple. It kind of reminds me of something like a Fire Strike type deal, in that it's not overly complicated, and simplicity is what makes it work. You got no ratchets or complicated internals, which means if you wanted to mod, this would probably be fantastic. Also forgot tactical rail. Woo. Everybody loves a tactical rail, though nobody actually sticks anything on it except for maybe ammo holding, if you're lucky. I mean, the scopes are, what's the point? The pinpoint scopes are, well, do they ever actually help? I mean, having something directly in front of you is useful, but then the fact that it just not very useful. It's got a funny little sight on there, which is a nice circle, and then it's got a huge block inside, meaning it's very hard to see. Madness. Price is about 20 quid, which is quite a lot of money. I'm going to feel something that isn't particularly impressive. Like I said, for the price, I'd much prefer getting something like, well, anything really. You'll probably get 2 Mega Magnuses for that, I think. But as for an aesthetic gun, for cosplay, for, wanting to have a crossbow, you can't really beat it, because it does look super cool. Would prefer if it came with a stock, really would. I think that's the only thing that's missing. If I had the stock on this, this would be my go-to blaster for larking around having fun because it's very cool. But without the stock, it's just a little cumbersome. Easier to use one-handed, I think, than two-handed, because that just, once you bring it up to your shoulder, and without the stock, it's not particularly comfortable to do that, because the hand's at a funny angle because of this strange grip mechanism thing. I mean, that bar there makes it quite difficult even for me, and as previous videos have shown, I haven't got particularly massive hands, so having difficulty there is not particularly great. If you really wanted to mod this for primary use, get rid of that. It's going to cause you more problems than it doesn't. That's good English. Well done. Good going, me. This slot here, I think, would actually be quite good to make a to put a slide on there. I'm trying to make a pump action version. That'd be quite cool. But all in all, it's not a major blaster. It's not the go-to, oh, I've got to have that. But it does the job quite effectively. I just think that maybe other guns do it better. Something with a rapid strike would be better. Something with pump action slam fire. Anything really would be more effective. But for looks, I think this probably does win out. I mean, a Triad's got nothing like this style. I managed to fire that onto my keyboard. Good going, me. Anyway, recommendation. It's a blaster you get if you like the looks. That's probably the only reason to buy it. Or if you're going to mod the internals. But just for pure stock, it's got not much use. So with that in mind, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time where I will review something. Might be getting some hammer shots to review, which will make me very happy, because those are blasters I've been looking forward to for, well, since I heard they were coming out. I finally managed to get some at Argos. Go me. Or not. See you next time.